Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name's Will. It's where I've been wanting to start a channel for a while. I've been on a 2.5 year health journey, I guess you could call it, weight loss journey. Um, and it's where, as I've seen more and more success, I've kind of had a desire and thought to start a YouTube channel. Um, really just in hopes of potentially helping, even if it's just one person, lose weight. Um, TikTok and YouTube were a big part of what helped me kind of learn about the method I ended up going down, which was calorie counting, prioritizing protein, and then making high volume meals. Um, and it's where seeing other people who had lost a lot of weight or were in the process of losing weight, that helped me a lot. So kind of trying to pay it forward, and I'll try and list some of the main people down below. And it's where starting out, I was just uh, either going to the gym to walk on a treadmill or walking outside. Um, and it's where, um, as of today, I've lost over 295 pounds. The goal is to uh, hit 300 pounds down. I started at about 522 pounds. Um, and the goal is to hit that before I have my first loose skin surgery, hopefully the last one, or the only one. And the goal is to have lost the 300 before then, but I'll probably lose it well before my April surgery, but I want to maintain, have the surgery, recover, and then I want to see a specialist that I don't trust myself to determine what a good weight is for me going forward. I've fallen in love with running, um, but so I want to be as lean as I can be healthily, but I don't trust myself to make that judgment call due to the history. Um, and I just wanted to make this channel to maybe help somebody. Plus, I love talking about calorie counting and now running. So happy to help out in any way I can. Specifically with the running, I definitely can provide more info on like how to run overweight, and then kind of that transition. I mean, also from running obese really, and then now if anyone is running also with loose skin, I mean, there's things you have to deal with there too. So I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. And then also, in later videos, I'll get into the kind of specifics of my weight loss surgery, and I want to kind of document some. I'm not sure how much I'll be willing or able to show, but I'll definitely talk about the surgery and the recovery, because honestly, if it weren't for people who have, to whatever degree they did, talk about their loose skin surgery, I would feel much more hesitant to do it myself. Um, and then just kind of quickly about me and you know my kind of journey with weight. So by age 6, my weight was a problem, and then by age 8, I was like having to go to like specialists, and I mean it was where, without a doubt, it was just I was overeating, but it was where weight's been a factor in my life for a long time. Um, and then it eventually, one, there were probably thousands, or not thousands, but hundreds of diets started and failed, and most of them were all just miserable because it was like, how much weight can I lose as quickly as possible, without wanting to quit, but you don't want to quit real quick. And then as far as heard about calorie counting through the YouTube and videos and TikTok, then tried it once, but knew I didn't give it 100%. Um, but then it was September 6th of 22 that I woke up in the middle of the night with hip pain. Like, I mean, I was literally crying out, like, to the Lord of like, hey, please help me. Because it was not only the hip pain, which, I mean, it was significant, but it was also it plus the, like, it was clear that like this hip pain, like nothing caused it. If I wasn't 522 pounds, I wouldn't be feeling that hip pain. And so it was kind of like this mild rock bottom moment. So yeah, crying out to the Lord, and pretty much immediately that next day I started, which was probably one of the first times I did that where it was like an immediate start to a diet, whereas almost every other time it's like, oh, I'm gonna start Monday. Oh, well, let's get past, this random small holiday, that type of thing. So I do think the like getting going is important. But yeah, and so focused on the calorie counting. Additionally, even that day, even with the hip pain, I walked, I mean, it was probably a half mile, and I was like waddling back. And then I had to start going to Planet Fitness because the just walking on the road was too much for me at that weight. Then I was probably down to 430 pounds when I started jogging, and did not like it. I was just doing it as a discipline. But then I had to take, well, after running for about 3 months, when jogging, jog, I'm just always going to call it running personally. Because if you're going out there and doing it, call it running. Even if it's super slow, and I certainly at that point, and then even still today, sometimes I would call it super slow. But anyway, it's where I had to take a week and a half off of running at one point, like 3 months in, due to lower back pain. And it was during that I was like, wait, I miss running. And so, like, kind of from there, that snowballed to, wait, I love running. I'm really passionate about this. And so it's where like my diet became about like, hey, how could we want to lose weight, or I want to lose weight so that I can get better at running. And so like running really transformed this journey, because it was where it took, like, it wasn't about, oh, I just want to lose weight, this, that, the other. It was like more of a purpose. But then also the other thing is that was the first time I was like, okay, I'm more confident in being able to keep the weight off because of how much I enjoy running and how I want to be able to continue to do that. And of course, I mean, I think that I'll always have a little bit of that concern, because I think that's good, because you don't want to get complacent. But yeah, that was a real big turning point. And that was February 23 is when I did like the first jogging. So I'd say that was probably around July of 2023 when I was like, okay, like I really like this running thing. And then by September of 2023, I started lifting. I don't really have a ton of knowledge even today. And I do like the lifting. I would say I even love it, but I lift to help benefit the running. Same thing with the eating. But yeah, so those are some of the like kind of the initial things that I've been doing, and then the love for running turned into, like, I've ran 2 half marathons now. Gonna be doing one in April just before the loose skin surgery, and then already looking at potentially doing a full by 2026. I definitely feel like I'd be ready to do a full by the end of this year, 2025. But due to the loose skin surgery, I'm just gonna have it in April, recover, and then shoot to do a half, say in like October, hopefully, if there's no complications. But anyway, that's just kind of a little bit about me. Feel free to leave comments below about any questions you might have when it comes to weight loss, loose skin, running. Probably don't want to ask me anything about lifting. I have started a home gym, so I might make a video about the setup I have. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment about any questions you have. And then I'm filming on a GoPro. I do have an iPhone, but if you have any suggestions on what I could use to make either of those options better quality videos, please let me know in the comments down below. And have a great day. Bye.